There are a lot of things majority of people don't understand about aim and the different ways to improve it. So that's why I'm going to show you how to quickly improve your aim and dominate your lobbies.
Yo! Hold up! Time out! Time out!
A lot of the people who watch me aren't subscribed. You probably are, but if you could scroll down and check that you still are, that would be helpful, because YouTube unsubscribes you. It only takes 5 seconds to check. Okay, I'm guessing you've done it now, so that's enough talking. Let's get into today's video. Hey, it's Tsho here, and in today's video, I'll be showing you how to improve your aim apart from just playing the game for hours. So the first and most important habit you should remove from your game is to remove unnecessary movements when aiming and shooting. That means that you're only making the absolute necessary movements to make your shot happen. Don't get stuck in the common panic adjustments which most people have. The reason I say this is because when spectating my teammates, which doesn't happen often, but when I'm spectating them, I see them do this craziest stuff. But the common one I see is when the enemy is standing completely still and the guy I'm spectating is strafing like crazy for no reason, and they miss all their shots and usually die from it. However, I'm not saying not to strafe, as I know that's what you're probably thinking, and that's why I said the absolutely necessary movements. So a couple things to think about is when you finish a fight, win or lose, what unnecessary movements did you make, if any? But majority of the time, if you lose, you made a mistake. Now the next thing you can do is get in the firing range once in a while and practice your aim. So when you're in the firing range, try not to mess around too much, as when you're in a serious fight, you'll subconsciously aim the same way. Practice implementing a purpose to your movements. You want to make sure you are really fully engaged, or else you aren't learning anything. But don't train for too long, as there is such thing as working too hard, and it will ruin your form because you may lose focus and implement bad habits. The point of practice is to make things perfect. Now the next question you're probably wondering is, where do you aim? I was saying for the chest because there's less margin of error. If you can't control your recoil on a bad day, you still will make majority of your shots. However, when in the firing range, I'd recommend aiming for the head. It's all good to be able to stand in one spot and hit your target, but in a real match, this isn't going to be the case. You're going to be moving, jumping and sliding around, and you need to be able to maintain your aim. For this, I'd recommend pick one of the dummies and strafe back and forth while keeping your reticle on the dummy's head. The closer and more steady you can keep your sights, the better. This is one of the most important things to do in the firing range. You need to be able to maintain your aim while strafing back and forth. This gives you a huge advantage over your opponents, who are most likely not practiced this specific skill, and therefore they will have far less accurate shots than you. Another thing you should do is use the same weapons every game. Using the same weapons every time will really help you with muscle memory. It's hard to build up good muscle memory if you use different weapons in each game. So the last bonus tip I want to give you is, when you're about to shoot someone, there are 3 main ways people aim and shoot. The first way is tracking the target, which is where your crosshair follows the target. So usually you'll do this with long range weapons, so a sniper, an AR, an assault rifle, that means. The second way is when you predict, which is where your crosshair tries to beat the target to the position, which is usually for close range weapons. So the wingman is variable, but you'll probably do this with a wingman. You do this with a mastiff. And the third way is when you spray. So spraying, you usually do this at close range with a gun that has a high fire rate, because you hit majority of the shots. So the Volt, the 99, you do that in someone's face. None of the 3 ways are bad, but it's just when you use these 3. But the best way to learn these 3 ways is by doing these drills I'm about to show you.